introduce. Yes, Felix. Roll it in again, right at the beginning. Cut in all of this.
Hey guys. This all looks.
What the heck?
Welcome back to the channel.
Hey everyone, I just hit 100 subscribers and I thought I'd make this spice noodle challenge for all of you guys to enjoy watching me sweat it out. I'm okay with spice, but this still goes above my tolerance level, so you're gonna see me sweat it out, and we're gonna do like a Q&A style. We came up with some questions, and Felix is gonna toss me some questions as I'm dying from this, kind of like hot ones, but with spicy ramen. So let's just get into it. Let's eat this first.
Let's go.
Oh. At first, I was like kind of looking forward to this, but now that I have it in front of me, I'm like, it's gonna be hot. The thing about these noodles, it has such a good flavor, but it's just so damn hot. If it wasn't so hot, dude, I could eat this all the time. Before we ask the first question,
All right.
I want to actually try the chicken. I know we talked about this before, but we need to fly over to Korea and actually find this chicken, the bulldog flavor, and eat it. See if this is actually as bad as this noodle. I have a feeling that it actually is. I've seen other people do it on YouTube.
Really?
Yeah, and people are still dying from that.
That's crazy.
So-
I wonder what kind of like spices they use.
Dude, I don't know, man. Whatever it is, it's like coming from hell. I'm like salivating already, like crazy.
Speaking of terrible
Now I'm gonna swear, and now I have to bleep it out. I'm putting more work for myself editing. I gotta bleep on myself swearing. I can't help myself.
It's okay.
Normally in videos, try not to swear. I try to keep it very family friendly.
Yeah, but get the beep.
In this
beeper.
situation, I don't think I can do it.
It's alright.
All right, hit me with the question. I'm gonna eat a bit more.
Alright, since we're eating spicy noodles, we'll go with what's the worst meal you've ever had? Since you said this might be from hell.
Honestly, the worst thing I ever ate was the most bomb ass sushi I've ever seen in my life. You were there for that meal. So you remember this. It was so terrible. Okay, the absolute worst thing that they did wasn't even like a flavor thing that was wrong. Just the way they made the sushi. It was like a shrimp sushi. Literally. This is literally what they did. I swear to God, this is all they did. They turned on the rice cooker. They got plain white rice. They took it out, did nothing to it. Took a handful, rolled it up into a perfect ping pong ball, slapped it on the plate. Took one shrimp, jumbo shrimp, tossed it in boiling hot water, peel it, and just throw it on. That was their version of shrimp sushi.
Have you all ever had sweet shrimp sushi like that, where it is a full boiled shrimp on top of a rice ball? The rice ball was the size of a ping pong ball.
It was like the worst thing ever. It like had no flavor, no seasoning, no vinegar on the rice. I don't even think they put salt in the water that they boiled that shrimp in. It was so bad. It was the most pathetic attempt at sushi I've ever seen in my entire life. Good thing their place is closed now. This is spicy that I remember it.
Huh?
This is spicy that I remember it. Like I can handle it, but I'm just like
It is spicy.
so much saliva. So much saliva, dude.
It's making me even a little worried.
We cooked up some frozen longanisa. I've been missing these since elementary school. Anybody watching this, if you elementary school friend, you know what I'm talking about, man. Those birthday parties, they were lit. Had longanisa every single time. Ooh, hit the spot. It's so good.
You good, bro?
It's actually getting tougher than I thought it would be.
Alright, talking about good foods then. Good memories. What was the best meal you've ever had?
Oh, longanisa's good, man. The best meal I've had was in Macau. Yeah, your hometown, or your parents' hometown. So Macau, the casino called the Grand Lisboa. And it's like this giant tower. It's like all gold with like a ball at the top. And there's a restaurant at that top, inside that ball. There's 3 Michelin stars. It's French cuisine in Macau. I know it's a little strange, but honestly, when you go to like 3 Michelin star restaurant anywhere, it's like it's gonna be good regardless of like what cuisine it's like serving you. And this place just like the value blew me away, the taste blew me away. Like, cause then for lunch, like I went there for lunch specifically because it's a lot cheaper. And you can get like 2-course meal, 3-course, whatever. Not 3-course meal, so that's just like if you're wondering what 3 courses is, it's literally you get like an appetizer, a soup, and a main. You think it's just gonna be 3 things. You think that, and a lot of people are mistaking it as like, oh yeah, it's just gonna be like 3 things. I'm gonna be like hungry as hell afterwards. No, this place, it's a big misconception. People get this wrong all the time. They like brought out everything. So like before I started my meal, they serve you bread, right? A lot of places serve you bread. They come over to me with an entire cart of bread, and they're like, all right, which one would you like? I'm like, I don't know how to pick. There's so many. They're like, we can give you 1 of each. And I was like, damn. I was alone. I was with nobody. I was alone. They gave me a full basket of bread with a variety, just 1 of everything. And then obviously I had my appetizer, like some caviar, and my main, there's like shrimp and lobster soup. And then the main was like this pork, and it was so tender. But the best part of it was the mashed potatoes. They were like silky smooth. I'm telling you, like when you do like whipped cream and it's like it cuts through that easily, it was like that, but mashed potatoes. So you can imagine how creamy that is. And then afterwards, for dessert, guess what? They bring another trolley over. They're like, hey, which dessert would you like? You can pick any desserts, as many desserts as you want. So obviously, I only got like 4 because I was pretty full from all the bread. And then after you dessert, they come over with another cart full of ice cream, homemade ice cream. Ooh. And they're like, which ice cream do you want?
Were there like different flavors or something?
Yeah, there's a ton of different flavors. I couldn't even like, at that point, I couldn't like fit anything left in my stomach. So I got like 1 scoop of vanilla, and that was it. But it was like such an enjoyable meal, and like that view was like amazing. You're like on top of like this really tall building. You can overlook all of Macau. You can even see like the new bridge they built that goes over to Hong Kong. Oh. And like the entire environment is just really, really pretty.
So I'm assuming the service and everything were just impeccable, like
super polite, super friendly. They pull out the chair for you when you sit down.
Well, but like I know like some people might not be good with like, because the mother language here is Cantonese. Like, what if you don't know Cantonese?
No. They got people in there that speak like all types. So I think like my server, she spoke English. I think she spoke a bit of Cantonese. She's also Filipino, so I'm assuming she speaks Tagalog. And then like you don't just have 1 server usually. There's usually multiple. So you get like 1 specifically for your table, and then like someone, I guess, I don't know what their like ranks are, but like he's more managerial almost. Okay. It overlooks like multiple tables, and I think he was like French, so he spoke French and English, and I'm sure they have plenty of other staff that like even speak like Mandarin or whatever else, like whatever language that you need. They'll probably have someone there that can. You know, they tried to do the exact same thing to me with champagne. They brought over a cart of champagne. That's really tempting, right?
Yeah, that'd be amazing.
But that's not free. That's not part of the meal. That doesn't come with the meal. You gotta pay extra for that. You have like bottles of like Dom Perignon and like Ace of Spades and shit. Woo! Bro, I can't afford that.
Alright, speaking of like the ambiance of a restaurant, right? Like, what are like the pet peeves that you get when you like go out and eat? Because you usually go out to eat. So like, what are those like pet peeves where will just drive you away from that restaurant or just ruin your whole experience?
Well, I'll give you one that like won't completely ruin my entire experience. But it's something that just like bothers me. I have this strange thing where like if I sit down at a restaurant and you put water or like a drink in front of me, I will constantly drink it. Like constantly. I finish water so quick inside a restaurant, it's unreal. And what bugs me the most is when they don't refill my water. Or if I have to ask multiple times before they refill. It's a pretty small ask. Like, water is a basic human right. I think I should have water all the time. Especially when I'm at a restaurant. And I think that's part of the service that they provide. So I just wish more restaurants would pay attention to my water level.
What about the waiters that give too much water? I've experienced where like a restaurant where they're like, the waiter comes by and like even if your thing is full, like they'll still pour a little bit of water.
That's fine. What's wrong with that?
It's just funny. It's just funny.
There's nothing wrong with that. More water is like what does it cost them to give me water?
It doesn't cost anything. It's just
Exactly.
funny.
It just makes my experience better. And one thing I do notice, oh my god, is that at most Michelin star restaurants or like higher end restaurants, they'll never let it go to empty. They'll always fill it up when it's like even close to half. They pay attention to that stuff so like their eye for detail is so sharp. They know when you're about to be like halfway through your water, they'll refill it.
Man's got a drink.
Man's gotta drink his drink. But there's only like one time. There's only a couple times I guess like because in Hong Kong you have to buy water. You don't like trust the water in Hong Kong like the tap water there. In that case, I try to slow down my water consumption. I don't want to keep paying like I don't know how much it is. But like a bottle of water gets kind of expensive at a restaurant. I don't know why. Actually, I do know why. They use like brand name water and then like it ends up being like $5 a bottle, $10 a bottle or something.
Especially like the sparkling water and stuff too.
Not even sparkling. You didn't get flat water. It's just like distilled from like the icicles of like Fiji or like wherever the Arctic, and then like they mark up a premium.
What got you into this YouTube thing? Since you're 100 subscribers, I'm sure your 100 subscribers would like to know what got you into this YouTube business.
Well, this all started from the pandemic, right? Things are getting boring at home. Like nothing for you to do. We've been in lockdown for like a year and a half in Ontario. Everyone else in the world is like kind of chilling. We're not. We're still at home doing absolutely nothing. So I was like bored. I don't know. I felt like doing something creative, I guess. So I decided YouTube was like the platform that I would try to do something on. But like why I specifically chose like food reviews is because I found that whenever I read like food reviews on like Yelp or wherever else, I felt like I couldn't trust them. Because like you don't get consistent reviews from people, and even if you do, I feel like having a video to show like the food, the environment, the atmosphere, and all that stuff, it adds so much more to like a review in terms of the experience versus like someone writing some like words on a page.
They're like living that moment through you.
Yeah, like you're kind of living vicariously through them, through that video, and you get to experience that. The other thing is like what I'm hoping is when people see my stuff and like after a few times they might like agree with my kind of point of view, my kind of taste profiles and all that, and they'll start trusting that whenever I'm recommending something, it's actually good. I'm not just trying to like BS them. Like I find that like a lot of stuff online, I'm like, I don't know, are they trying to like BS it? And like you look at scores on like different restaurants, they're all like very convoluted. Like everything's between a 3 and a 4 or a 3 and a 5. There's not many restaurants that are under a 3, and it's just like at that point, how do you choose? Not only that, every restaurant you go to, they have something that they're really good at and something that they're not so good at, and like you want to know that, right? It's not just a general scoring of the entire restaurant. If I go to a Korean restaurant, all I've ordered is tteokbokki and I don't know, kamjatang, then how am I supposed to rate the entire place on the rest of their food?
Yeah.
Like you gotta know like the specific dish that they ordered and like how that tastes. That's why I don't like giving like restaurant scores. It's just like what I'm eating. That's a recommendation of whether you should get that dish or not like go to that restaurant, because they could be doing something really good. I just didn't order that dish, you know.
You've been doing this for a while, like a couple of months now. So as a beginner, what kind of like challenges have you encountered doing this YouTube, like editing, shooting videos, especially with this pandemic, like not being able to sit in restaurants or ordering processes if you're going to different places, like the scheduling of the food pickups, like what's challenging to you? Man's fried.
Yo, my taste buds are, my mouth is on fire. I think the most challenging part is like probably trying to figure out what kind of content to create. You never know what's gonna actually do well. There's certain videos that I thought would like do well, and then other ones that I thought were like really interesting, really good, and then like it didn't do as well. So like, I guess like there's a balance between like what I find interesting, like that I want to share with like everyone on YouTube, versus like what people actually want to see and what they're searching. So right now, like my audience is like 100 people, right? It's not a huge audience. So like I need to find ways to like reach other people. And I guess like searching for the content is like the main thing. That's why Mr. Beast, obviously the most notorious one, is my best video. Other than that, I don't know why people are searching like PG Clucks is like my second highest. I have no idea why. I have no idea. And then like my first video at Planta. Again, I have no idea why people are searching that. But like, are those restaurants that I would have searched? Like, not even in the slightest. I would have never thought to search for something like that. But everyone else does. So like, I found the balance of like trying to figure out what's gonna work on YouTube versus like what I'm particularly interested in or gonna enjoy more. Is like, I find that balance to be hard. And like, I'm still trying to work on that. So I'm trying to get you guys the best content possible, but I need your help too. Please comment below. What kind of stuff do you like to see? What kind of stuff are you searching on YouTube? I want to know. I want to make those good videos for you. I want to make better content for all of you.
I got 2 more questions in my, I think the viewers would like to know. Once you're done chowing down those noodles.
You're supposed to do this, right?
Oh, I didn't do that.
You gotta show that you finish everything.
Well, I'm just gonna like, here. Last 2 questions before we
hit me.
This interview. All right. So out of all the places you've been so far, like reviewed so far,
yeah,
which one is like the one that you would search for, the one that you like the most, or most enjoyable, or found the most quirky
delicious?
or delicious, or something like stood out to you?
I'll say none of them like are quirky.
Okay.
They're all like pretty regular food. I haven't reviewed anything like too crazy yet. But I guess like the most tasty one is Toka.
Okay.
I think that was like overall like the most delicious meal that I've had on the channel. The food was just like it's cooked so well. The flavors worked like in tandem with each other, and like I don't think I've had a better like lemon meringue tart than that one. Like,
That did look tasty.
It was really good. You have to eat it for yourself to really know, but it was like amazing. Too bad they actually don't sell that on their menu. Last time I checked their menu, at least they didn't have it. I don't know if it's like a seasonal thing or whatever,
okay,
but they didn't have it last time on their menu, which is like kind of disappointing. But that salmon was bomb too. Yeah, that's like one of those restaurants that I thought that's one of those videos actually I thought was gonna do really well, but turned out to do fairly mediocre. It's like within the same like average like 100 something views, but I thought that would do like a lot better because it was a really good restaurant. But it's not a restaurant a lot of people know about actually. I think because like it's in a hotel, people don't really like, people don't look for it, or like they're like, oh yeah, it's just like hotel food, whatever.
Yeah.
But it's actually a really good restaurant.
Okay.
Like overseas, if you ever notice, if you go overseas, a lot of the highest end restaurants, all the Michelin stars, they're all in hotels.
Yeah,
they're all in the hotels because that's like, especially like the more expensive hotels.
Yeah.
Is that where like people with like money stay and like they want to attract those people to also eat at the restaurants. So I guess like if you go to like cheaper hotels, then obviously the food's not good.
Yeah.
But this is like what it's at the Ritz-Carlton. Ritz-Carlton's a nice hotel. It's expensive as hell. So like the food is really good.
I've had a couple buffets, like Michelin star buffets in like Hong Kong.
I don't think there are Michelin star
Really?
buffets. I don't know, from what I remember, most of the restaurants are not buffet style.
Alright, so just
It might be okay. A lot of people get this confused now.
edit that out.
But like it's good because then like it's like something that can be cleared up.
Alright.
A lot of people actually get this confused too. So Michelin has like multiple lists. They have like the Michelin star list, and then they have the Michelin guide. They have the Michelin like bonbon or something. It's like they have like a whole like different types of lists,
Okay.
and each of them have like different criteria for them. But in terms of like Michelin stars, the one that actual chefs and like renowned like food critics, like those people want to go to, it's a very short list, and like a lot of people get it confused and they're like they just see like because then
See
like
the word Michelin. And
yeah they'll see
assume
Michelin
that, okay.
and then like because then like a lot of places like when they get reviewed like they're on one of those lists, they can put it on their window. So a lot of people see Michelin star, but it's not the same thing. They're completely different criteria and different type of level of food. So like you got to really be like, if you really want to try a Michelin star restaurant, you have to really look for those and you have to like book them ahead of time. For the most part, most of them you can't just like walk in. So there are a few like roast goose place that has like one Michelin star you can walk in, but like most other places you probably have to book ahead of time. So I hope this doesn't destroy my stomach. Playing golf tomorrow. Let's hope that goes well. Dude, I don't want to defecate in the middle of the post.
So I know that you're like starting out YouTube, but when you grow bigger and your community grows bigger, which YouTuber would you like to collab with, or like even now, like you have your eyes set, like you like their content and like you kind of want to maybe do what they do, or you kind of want to be part of their videos and you want to share your experiences with them as well. Like, which YouTuber right now do you have in mind for that?
I think, like, I watch quite a lot of YouTube, but I only subscribe to so many people. And out of the people that I subscribe to, like, a lot of them have like just cool content, but like, I don't know, if I were to like do a video with them or collab with them, like a lot of the people don't fit. Like they do completely different things. Like I watch like MKBHD, that's tech reviews, right? That's completely different from food. Like I mean, we could do a food review together or something, but like we're in different like realms. So I don't know, like there's only so many. But the one channel that I've been like binging lately is the Korean Englishman. And like I don't know why those guys look like they have so much fun. I say they look like they have so much fun on their channel, and like they're exploring and like showcasing the Korean culture to people that don't know about it. And I think that's like such a cool thing to do. Like I'm watching their channels and I'm learning so many things about like Korea and like the things you can do in Korea, the type of food they have there, and like their videos are just a ton of fun. I would love to collab with you guys. Reach out to me anytime. If you're in Canada, I'm down to collab. But yeah, those guys are awesome, and like they have some like really great content. I love watching their stuff.
I binged all of their videos that like where they showed celebrities are there maybe for like a movie premiere or something, like just showing them a bit of Korean culture. I thought that was like a really cool idea that hasn't been done in YouTube before, where like you do the interviews, there's been a bunch of that, but right now you're doing a little extra. You're showing them a bit of the Korean culture, a little bit of Korean food, which is like amazing in my opinion, where because in the end we all want to experience different cultures. Like that's
it's a whole bunch of traveling.
Yeah.
Which one was the video that drew you in?
Oh, the Ryan Reynolds. That one, I think that was the first. Oh wait, that was the first one I watched, right? And it was really cool. Like, you know, Ryan Reynolds is Canadian, and it was his first time. Well, it wasn't his first time in Korea, but his first time eating like the seafood pancake and drinking makgeolli. They could have just done a simple like interview and just like
do like a normal like pork soup, like everyone knows pork soup, and just give them like.
So I thought it was cool that they introduced that. Another one that I thought was really cool was even when celebrities didn't even have that much time, they were doing the Kingsman episode.
I saw those.
And then they brought in like the Korean culture, where Korean culture is like you get delivery anywhere. So they really did that. They got delivery into a hotel and brought like Korean fried chicken and let them try different styles of Korean chicken from different spots, different flavors, and that was really cool to me because again, like those actors, they probably don't like to experience this when they're on movie premieres because their schedules are always so tight. They probably don't even get to eat food. Like they're always like interview after interview after interview, right? So
I think the Korean Englishman one that the first one I ever watched, I think, was when they interviewed David Beckham.
Oh.
And like I thought that video was really cool.
But then like right?
Yeah, Korean barbecue. But then like David Beckham's like he's a really calm guy, really like he doesn't have a ton of reaction to like what's going on. So like I guess like they did a really good job, but like it's just David Beckham's not as like reactive to things, and he doesn't like have that same emotion and excitement that some other people do. And like the one that like I think like got me diving into that hole of like all their content was the one where they had Korean barbecue with a football team in the UK.
Yeah.
And those guys are just like mind blown by like the quality of the meat, the different like flavors, the textures. They were like going crazy, and like I think like because of that reaction and like how they're showcasing all these cool things to like the UK football team, it was such a cool video. They literally like just brought out like the entire Korean barbecue grill to like the side of the field where they practiced and showcased them Korean food. It's like
that's cool.
That's so sick.
That's cool.
And like a lot of them never had that kind of food too, which like made it all the more amazing to like see the reaction and like see what they thought of it.
Would you want to collab with someone in Toronto? Drizzy Drake. Shows in Toronto.
That's a far stretch. I don't know. I know there's a couple creators that I follow in Toronto, but they'll do completely different things. It would be cool to like have a meal with them and like chat.
Yeah.
And like just like do a video like that, but we'll see. I think I need to grow a little bit larger to get some of those bigger YouTubers on my channel.
I think in the end it's just a learning experience from both parties, right?
Yeah, it's definitely like a learning experience, but like part of like the collaboration is just to like expose your own audience to like some new things, and like that's always really cool, and like it helps both channels out in the sense that like you get like viewers from a different angle or like from a different world that like might enjoy your content too.
Shall we make this a goal thing? Every 100 subs we do a fire noodle challenge and some Q&A.
Every 100 subs. I hope my channel will grow faster. I can't keep doing this.
Let's see this man.
No. Hold on.
Let's see this man's stomach just get
after
destroyed.
After a certain point in time, 100 is like a day-to-day thing for some channels.
All right, every milestone. What's the next milestone then? Where we'll do another crazy challenge or something special. We'll have some Q&A as well.
Next milestone I was thinking was 500. Help me get to 500. Share my YouTube channel around. Share my Facebook page. Share my Instagram. Share whatever. Get your friends involved. I hope they enjoy the content just as much as you guys do. That's all, folks. That wraps up all the questions. We knocked out these fire noodles. Come on. Too easy. It's too easy. Give me a bigger challenge. I don't know why I do this to myself. Give me a bigger challenge. We'll do this again when I hit 500 subscribers. If you guys enjoyed it at least. If you guys enjoy this, hit the like button. Let's try to get it, I don't know. How many likes would be a good amount? Get me to 30 likes. 30 likes, and we'll do this again at 500 subscribers. We'll do different spicy food.
Maybe you could drop in a comment below where you like us to
drop in a comment what kind of food you'd like me to torture myself with next time, and then maybe we'll get some questions from you guys. Maybe I'll post on my Instagram and get questions from you guys, so I answer everything that you guys are wondering about the channel, about me, about Felix even, whatever. But thank you all for subscribing to the channel. I hope you keep enjoying the content. Let me know how I'm doing. If I'm doing bad, just tell me. I want to improve. I want to do better. Just let me know what I can do, and I'll keep providing the good content. And until next time, peace. Peace. Did I record?